Hi, and welcome to the cult. My name is Aaron, and tonight we're talking all things Scream Factory, the Scream Factory sale, the Scream Factory rumor that ran rampant, and looks to hopefully be not true, but leaves us here in the cult having asked that question. Even though it's not true, why did so many people believe it? That's the one of the big things that we want to talk about. But I guess 6,381. That's a pretty big number to me. Not as many viewers I got, I wish. But 6,381 is kind of how some of you guys that are watching this probably found me. Hey there, Acres. My Sham Menu Scream Factory video. Remember that one? With the Netbreed box set that I was never gonna buy because I would never pay that much. Hey there, Rafe, for a I don't know. Now ask if my sister was here. You could ask her because she's a massive fan of that film, Nothing But Trouble. Like the movie, but I don't know the way my sister does. Now Black Christmas is different. But yeah, talking about this movie here was one of the reasons a lot of people found me on YouTube at all. But it's not just that. You see, before I started on here, like when I started collecting, Shout Factory's Roger Corman collection. That's how I got to start collecting in the first place. It's what intrigued me was that end cap at a local CD warehouse that I went to. Had those intriguing looking Roger Corman releases that I kind of wanted. See, I moved recently at the time, and I had to sell off almost the entirety of my collection to make the move. But then I walked into a shop, and I Miami Blues, hell yeah, definitely a special edition. I saw these, and I was intrigued. I was a big Roger Corman fan. I remember Tracy Lords from other reasons, but also like this film a lot, and like the original too. So I was really interested in checking these out. This is one of my better half's favorite films. She went to school for marine biology, and she loves aquatic films, aquatic horror. So we picked up these. I do say we because early on, my better half collected a lot of that stuff as well. We collected it together. I did my first trade because of Shout Factory. My first online trade was this release right here. Sci-fi classics, Attack the Crab Monsters, War of the Satellites, and yeah, remember the original Now This Earth that I said I really like? All of Steel Canal, actually. I really enjoyed this as like a trailer, thing on it, like I think over 25 trailers. Just some incredible stuff. And we're going to get to the sale, don't worry. But before I start, I got a question for you guys. Since you guys have some questions, we have a question for you. Who here knows the rumors I'm talking about? Hey, Vince, welcome, man. I find it hard to believe that some things I'm about to show you could have gotten cheaper. Hi, Culture Watchers. Thank you so much, by the way. I'm getting a picture of the package tomorrow, and I'm really stoked about it. I know the titles because my mom told me, but I want to get like some good pictures that I can show. So I'm very, very grateful, 100% generous, and I want more Deaf Crocodile. Because there were some things there that were like over $200 that had gone down to like less than 50. Um, some things I saw sell really quickly. And Criterion Collection, Studio Canal, which you prefer? Criterion Collection. Though I do love Studio Canal. I think it's a rumor, like across the board. So for those who don't know, what I'm talking about, like kind of cryptically, and what William just mentioned there, um, is, and Culture Vulture knows it, is that recently, actually a few months back, Scream Factory was merged, well, Shout Factory was merged with another company, and I think it was Oakwood LLC that merged them with FilmRise. Now, FilmRise is a mostly an online digital streaming. You've probably seen it on one of your Roku channels if you got a Roku TV or Roku, one of those plug-in Rokus. FilmRise has been around for quite a while, and they've gotten a few different like TV shows and stuff over the years that they do with streaming. Then there's the unfortunate recent layoffs, which happens when companies merge together, and add that onto the big sale that happened right now, and honestly, probably the biggest sale that they've ever done, right up there with the very first sale that they did. Um, there started to come out like little rumors that Scream Factory was going to the way of the digital streaming. They were moving away from physical media. Now, from everything that I've heard, and I know a lot of you guys reached out to me, and I do appreciate that. I reached out to other people as well that I figured would be a bit more in the know than me, and they're like, "Nah, there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline for Scream Factory when it comes to physical media releases. That doesn't seem like they're going anywhere, at least anytime soon." Um, and I don't think they are. But one of the things people talked about was like, well, they just did a big deal with was it Golden Princess, right? Hopefully, I got the company name right. So why would they like do that and then like not do like like a whole bunch of Golden Princess physical media releases? Well, we have to remember that although this isn't happening, but that's that Golden Princess is happening, but the streaming only thing is I don't think is happening, and I don't think they may pare down a bit, but I don't think they're changing anytime in the near future. I remember that when we look at this, we look at it through our eyes, through collector's eyes. So when we see this this big deal, this big acquisition thing, and we think, oh yeah, that's going to be amazing for physical media releases. Companies don't see things the way that we see things. So for Screen Factory, especially going under FilmRise, it's going to be like definitely intriguing, and especially if they've gotten the rights for those films for depending on the time they got them for. Is it how timed or the exclusivity for the rights for those films? How long are they going to be for? Um, on the streaming side of things, to like really up their channels, uh, that's a massive. That's a massive like thing. It's a massive cookie to to put out there. Um, every streaming service lives and dies by what it's got or what exclusivity it has. It happens way too often. Do you have any Shout Select Blu-rays and 4Ks? I do have some Shout Select, not in this video, but I do have some. I'm going to show some Screen Factory stuff today, and some earlier Shout stuff, which I would do after after we look at the sale portion of it. But I will say right now, I don't think anybody but Screen Factory. Maybe maybe send them now because they're different. Would have put out the two of the La Casa films together. Why do I have a feeling this is going to get like a 4K upgrade from like Vinegar Syndrome? You feel it too? Yeah. But let's look at that sale. And St. Grace Cinematic Universe. I would love that actually. The shared sales right now. There's out of print titles, there's titles that have just gone extremely cheap. So let's Let's check it out. Let's start with the going out of print. I've watched all of these go pretty quickly. It's only 72 results here, so we can easily go through them all. I really want to like focus on the pricing on some of these titles here. Like really focus on the pricing of some of this because it's pretty shocking actually. I have this one, the old Code Red release, this one. This Equalizer 2000, this Richard Norton, the late Richard Norton there, Blu-ray, it's $2.99. Like, let that sink in. It's $2.99 for a Scream Factory, Shout Factory release. And actually, that's a damn good one. That's a really fun one. Dead Space, like reissue was $7.99. Venomous, Treat Williams, cheesy fun. That's $2.99. Darkness with Anna Paquin and Lena Olin, $5.99. Flesh Eaters reissues, $7.99. TNT Jackson, The Final Come Down, and Savage, three movie set here is $5.99. Abraxas is $5.99. The Horrific Creepshow 3 is $7.99. And that I think is that is one of the ones that I think my Shout Factory titles are select titles at the farm. If they weren't, I would show them. I got Dragon and stuff like that. So I do apologize, but I promise I'll do them in a newer video. But look at this. So this is the Sleepaway Camp. Now see if it's still available. 2 and 3 deluxe edition. Not a bad savings. They're $5.90 from $74 really to $60. Comes with the extra slipcases and the posters. At a time when we're seeing like Vinegar Syndrome and Severin put out like 4Ks, like one 4K for that price, and sometimes more. This really isn't a bad deal. And these are 18 by 24 posters, by the way. It's just a limited edition 28 by 5, 16 by 5 rolled poster made exclusively for this promotion, which is, super freaking cool. Monkey's Paw. I remember buying that one too. I paid like $20 for that. $3.99. Street Girls here. There's a Shout Factory release for you, I think. $7.99. Demon of Paradise is $5.99. Evil Dead limited edition steelbook, half price, $22.99. The They Live limited edition set with the pins. See, and I don't know if this is even still available anymore. That it is, okay. $100 is $25. Now let that sink in for a second. $100 release with poster, enamel pin set, 4K steelbook is down to $25. Sawbones is $3.99, whatever the heck that is. Trouble in Mind. God, I've seen that in ages. I saw that VHS last time I saw that. $7.99. Great Texas Dynamite Chase, Eat My Dust, $5.99. Deadly Outlaw Rika, $7.99. Contracted Phase 2, $1.99. Death and the Maiden, the fantastic film, by the way, $8.99. The 4K edition of Exorcist 3 Collector's Edition is only $17.99. And you want to see like an insane release and going down. I want this so bad. I'd love to get this from my better half. So if anybody wants to donate to the channel tonight and help me get some Shout Factory, Scream Factory stuff, I would appreciate that. Just saying, just putting it out there. This is one of her favorite films, actually. So this is Labyrinth with one of her favorites, David Bowie. And this is a massive set. So it's got the 4K UHD, an 18 by 24 rolled poster of the original theatrical artwork, and a hex deck, an exclusive hex deck, an exclusive prism sticker, an exclusive maze game, an exclusive snow globe, an exclusive enamel pin set, and an exclusive plushie as well. This ran initially for $261. It's now $60. $60. No, Arnold is not getting anything. That's my favorite film. That's a Kurt Russell movie. I would not approve the trade. Trade denied. A $261 set is $60. Eject is $1.99. Geo Rips, whatever the hell that is, $5.99. Revenge of the Cheerleaders, not a bad movie actually. Don Johnson, I think, is in that one. $5.99. The Crush, $8.99. Extra 3 regular edition. You know, I was having 4K. Is there for $9.99, as is Dead Ringers. And the Steelbook for Battle Beyond the Stars. And for you lovers of vinyl, we got John Carpenter's Lost Themes, Volume 4, the Noir one, for $9.99. Looks like it comes with the poster as well. Let's see if that one's still available. 44 left in stock. Then it's gone. Limited to 500 units and a clear 7-inch disc with an exclusive bonus track. I'm surprised that hasn't sold out, actually. We got Homeboy for $3.99. The 4K of Nightbreed for $17.99. Remember when I was bitching about Nightbreed's cost? Humanized from the Deep with a gorgeous vinyl at $9.99. Bound to Vengeance for $3.99. Dark Crystal itself gets an amazing limited edition set for $59.99. Hey, Don the Dead, welcome, man. Scream Factory has been killer sale going on right now. And I don't, well, as you can see, I don't got it, G. See, I would probably go for Kathy Bates, but jazz music, I got to go for Ed Harris. I love me some jazz. My better have some massive fan of jazz music too, so we would have no choice. Silent Night, Deadly Night here with the novelization for $35.99, which is what I think it should have been in the first place, since $65. The Baghdad Cafe, the Percy Alden collection, is here. 3 really good films for $9.99. We got the Nightbreed Director's Cut. That was the initial version of it for $9.99. Another Country with Rupert Everett and Colin Firth is here for $5.99. Hashtag Horror is here for $3.99. Crimson River 2, really good series of films, by the way, is here for $5.99. And for those that love Power Rangers like I do, for those Super Sentai Tokatsu ones, Steelbooks, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers complete season Steelbooks. I doubt this Stevie Wayne is still in stock. It is? Okay, I'm super surprised on that one. Get yourself a Adrian Barbeau figure. Oh, yeah. $39.99 for the complete WKRP in Cincinnati set. Samurai Resurrection, $7.99. Battle Beyond the Stars. Look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. Look at that. $9.99. Space Precinct, one for Jerry Anderson film, one of the latter ones. They're for $7.99 for the complete series. Earwig and the Witch is limited for $9.99, and I'm going to find out about that commentary for you right now in a second. I don't think there's a commentary on this one. I'd have to check on the Mill Creek one. I don't remember commentary being on that one, but I don't have it here. It's at the farm. I'd have to go check. We got Survivor for $7.99. Man of the Year is $12.99. The ultra classic Manos: The Hands of Fate from Mystery Science Theater, definitely one of their best, is here for Heather Kubrick. Caddyshack 2, underrated. I think there was a time I'd say yes, but upon recently rewatching Caddyshack 2, I think it was rated about what it should have been. This Grateful Dead set here, how many discs is this? $75 set down to $25. It's a 14 DVD set. A whole bunch of Grateful Dead from the vaults, some of their classic concerts from different eras of the Grateful Dead. If you're a Grateful Dead fan, like you're a Deadhead. That's a massive set. I didn't know that existed. The Tiger Hunter is $7.99. There's a shout select title for you guys. Halloween Classics, $3.99. That's got to be like a throwback to their Rhino days. 4K Turtle Odyssey, if you like those IMAX, like nature type films. Is it nature or is this like an animated one? I wonder. It's $7.99. The Bold Ones. Those are actually a cool series. For $7.99, it's the Protectors version, like portion of it. Great Expectations is $7.99. Shane, the complete series. David Carradine is $7.99. Sorry, $5.99. We got the Bold Ones, the New Doctors, because there was like doctors and there was lawyers and there was like, I think, police officers. That's $9.99. We the Marines is 4K is $7.99. The complete Al is $7.99. If you just want to get like the top off, complete Al contains Weird Al video classics, Ricky Al of Rocky Road, Eat It, Lost on Jeopardy, This Is the Life, Like a Surgeon, One More Minute. Dare to Be Stupid. One More Minute is a classic. That's like one that he wrote himself. Best of British War, 10 film set, $7.99. $7.99. Atomic Brain, that's another cool Mystery Scientific one for $2.99. Voyage to Damned is $9.99. Two for the Money is $8.99. The Texan, the complete series, is $7.99. Candide is $7.99. Georgia Rule is $12.99, and Music Cares Tribute to Paul McCartney is $5.99. That's what's here now. Not what was there. Hey, I'm ready. Welcome. Did you buy anything from the sale? There was the Takatsu set that was on sale. The collection, that's gone. There was a whole bunch of different things, animated stuff, also gone. So I think the best way to look at this is look at the totals under $20. We're going to go with that. Because this is where things get insane. Because we're not just talking old titles here, my friends. Look at this. Anyway, this is crazy, man. Ghost of Mars, 4K, with slipcovers, extra slipcover and poster, $15.99. Drag Me to Hell, 4K, collector's edition, $15.99. The one I want really badly, The Wolfman. This is when I wish I was thinking in Canada to get this stuff. I would buy this in a second. $17.99, 2 posters, 2 slips, 18 by 24 roll poster, an exclusive additional roll poster. Sorry, right here. I think this movie is actually super underrated. Send now button. Should be a send now to me button. There we go. It's my 14th anniversary. And only Culture Vultures have got me a gift. Last Fudge of the Meter. I actually really enjoyed this film. Is there for $15.99 with the special limited edition as well. Sleepaway Camp. The first one, look, right there for $13.97. I know that the other two aren't. I'm glad I got those when I did. Got Ginger Snaps here, collector's edition. $17.99, $13.99 for Candyman. The Blob here. I'll focus on ones that I think are worth grabbing. Won't go through everything like I did with the other one. I would say Phantom of the Paradise, $19.99. Not a big savings on that one, but it's a really good film. This here triple feature, definitely worth picking up. Tales from the Crypt Vault of Horror, also definitely worth picking up, as is Silver Bullet. Session 9, too. I really like Session 9 a lot. It's a slow burn, but it really, for me anyway, it really is something that sells out. Made a Valentine's sequel trilogy. I'm not sure about trilogy. I've spoken with Jamie on the Valentine's sequel a few times, and I know he definitely do it. He wants to do it. The Craft, I'd say get the 4K because this is just the same like transfer with a better cover. Death Becomes Her, it's a classic. Monkey's Paw, $3.99. Not a bad film for $3.99. This is probably, in my mind, the best double feature they ever put out. Terrorvision Video Dead. At least one of the most consistent, entertaining, rewatchable double features. loaded with features too, by the way. Like loaded with features. Got the Vincent Price collection. This one was out of print and got got reissued. Which I love that they do this. This one went out of print. I got it before it went out of print. But it has such good films on it. I'm so glad to see it get a reissue. Got some of their aquatic horrors like Demons of Paradise here. I loved Body Bags. The Boy on 4K for $9.99 is actually a decent, really decent price. Born on the 4th of July. It's a powerful film, $17.99. This one I think is gone now. Tiger Cage trilogy, which is a shame. That was really good. No, it's still there. I thought it was gone. I could have swore this was gone. This was like $59. It was close to $100. Where I was at. And $12.99. That's a damn good deal. That is an insanely good deal. I have 15 pages of these releases here that are under. Hey, Chris, welcome, man. I appreciate it, Gino, but right now, your gift is is doing, and enjoying yourself. Hopefully, enjoying yourself. That's important. That's important now. I think this is a different type of sale, though, Vince. That's the thing. I mean, like it's and there's a lot of 4Ks here. I think as we're going through, we're seeing like a lot of like under $20 4Ks, which is shocking. The Exorcist 3 is here. The Rock and Roll High School has got a beautiful slip on this one here, and 4K 3-disc edition for $17.99. Serum Mom, just a favorite of mine. Alexander Revisited. Final Cut is here on 4K. Hot Box is there for $5.99. Collector's Edition of The Things for $14.99. Here's where we get some stuff. And John Carpenter Anthology Volume 2 is $9.99. These are the ones where I want to cry. Those, like the Sentai Deca Ranger, stuff like that. There are actually some decent sets. I'll show you my Sentai stuff in a minute. Night of the Demons is here. I got that. The Island I actually don't have. This is one of their very, very first releases. Love at First Bite. Once Bitten is here. The Burbs is a great one. The Babadook, just classic. Love their steelbooks. Love that. Look, these here releases. Sentinel is such an underrated film, by the way. Speaking of underrated films, Class of 1984 for $10.99 is a really damn good deal. Like a really damn good deal. Transfer for $9.99 is a fun one too. Brother Wolf is there for $15.99. Nightbreed's there for $15.99. Abba Ranger is there for $15.99. The Halloween Ends soundtrack, which is a banger. Even if you don't like Halloween Ends, the movie itself, which I'll get you guys around to liking it eventually. It's $7.99 with that blood red vinyl and one of the truly great Halloween scores. Chris, rumors were that Scream Factory was going mostly digital because it had merged with FilmRise, which is digital company, and had this big sale, this massive sale, and they had let go of quite a few people, but which happens after a merger. I don't think there's any truth to those rumors at all, to be honest with you. But the fact that those rumors caught fire so quickly and ran so strong really kind of gets you thinking. My uncle is a vampire. Chris Lee. Mr. Hewlett character. I love Mr. Hewlett, actually. I love me some Christopher Lee. We got some great deals here. Bad Moon for $15.99. Scanners 2 and 3 for $13.95. It's actually a really good deal. As is the Doctors and Devils for $9.99. Buryman Angel for $5.99. Dreamscape for $12.99. Classic Hammer with Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. I'm sure it's going to get a Hammer release down the road, but if you want to get it cheap in the US, for instance, definitely worth getting. The Hand, the Spawning Piranha 2. I love Piranha 2. Those flying piranha ones. The Absolutely Inane Devil on 4K. Angels Hard to Come. Cobra. Like, these are good prices. Angels Hard to Come, $5.99. Cobra, $12.99. We got the Bad Dreams Visiting Hour, Blu-ray. If you don't want to go for that like 4K edition, right? $13.99. Return to Salem's Lot, Larry Cohen one, is $15.99. Silent Night, Deadly Night, really worth getting this one for $14.99. Curse the Cat People again. We got Valentine's here for $9.99. Collector's edition, that. No reason not to have that in your collection. No reason. That's the thing, right? When you buy as much that. Blackenstein, yeah, Blackenstein's not quite as good as Blackula, though I do have some fun with it. Blackenstein is a movie that's probably better known, Kubrick, for its true crime story behind the scenes. As I always say when you hear like people lost their jobs, that's the tough part of stuff like this. Cocktails versus Zombies for $4.99. This is a Michelle Ryan's in this one, and this is a really good film. I had actually a lot of fun with this. It gets maligned because people keep like comparing it to Shaun of the Dead, which is a shame. But it holds its own. It holds its own. It's got a good cast. I think Diane Riggs in this one as well, if I remember correctly. Is Diane Rigg? Only 6 left too. Only 6 left when I go. So by the way, it's $4.99. No, Hunter Blackman was one of the other Avengers girls. It was Hunter Blackman, Michelle Ryan's in this one, Harry Treadway, Alan Ford, Richard Bryars. Such a good film. I had such fun with this film. I bought it blind. Really liked it. Bubble Tap is here. Return of the Living Dead Part 2, and not as good as the first one still. Sometime 5 minutes here. Merge of the Rumour. Nomads. I actually like Nomads a lot, actually. Haunting of Julia for $9.99. There's a good 4K. There's one for you, Vince. Haunting of Julia for $9.99 4K. Director's cut of JFK on 4K. Colossus the Foreman Project. Decent one. One I won't buy ever from them, unless I get it really cheap and get it like another way, is the Deer Hunter. The Deer Hunter is a 4K. I actually like the Bubble Hotep. I got it when I was in Canada. And I enjoyed it. Like, so it was a American release. But I tried to, somebody didn't pick it up, so I actually got it. Cuffs have new features. The version of Cuffs I didn't have any features because I have VHS. Yeah, new audio commentary, new conversation with Bruce Evans and Reynold Gideon, new conversation with composer Harold Faltermeyer did the music for that one. Oh yeah. Yeah, Deer Hunter is region locked, and 4Ks are never supposed to be region locked, which is the reason why. Monsters Go Home is here. Phantom of the Opera. This is the, of course, the Hammer edition. And if you're not gonna buy like the big expensive editions like I'm buying, these are good. You should have in your collection. It's a good one to have. The classic one here, like Teen Wolf. Shakedown. I like Shakedown actually. April Fool's Day is here for $16.99. Got a double feature. Escape to Athena. Marcher Dies here. Beyond the Gates was a fun little more of modern day horror one. Dead Time Stories. I actually really like Dead Time Stories. It's available right now at Acres. This is a sale. It not only is it available right now, this is the time to get it, because if you don't, I missed it on the Elf thing, and I'm really disappointed. I was actually talking to Malcolm earlier tonight about it. So if anybody went out there and bought like 4 or 5 copies of Elf, fuck off, because people went and did that. They're probably going to sell it later on for more expensive. People like me that actually like the Elf cartoon aren't getting it. I like Obsession a lot, actually. I think Obsession is really underrated upon the release. Final Exam is great. Willard is so much fun. The colors within, look at Look at that kid. Look at that. It's gorgeous. If you're a steelbook person, like these Mighty Morphin ones are great. The Orphan for 9.99, really good film. Quatermass. I have of course, got the big edition, but if you don't want to get the big like Hammer edition for 4K, this is a really good film. Jack's Back. I had this on Blu-ray. I gave this to my kids actually. Um, Land of the Dead. Love this artwork right here. Blood Fist, one of Don Dragon Wilson's best films. When Harry Met Sally, a favorite of mine. I remember watching this one in theater. Make an Elf movie. I think we're see. I'll be honest with you, Akers. I enjoyed the Elf series when I watched it as a kid, but going back to it now, I enjoy the cartoons more than I like the TV series. And a lot of the actors are gone now, so probably not. Final Terror is a good one. I know The Bride I really liked. Death Valley, such an underrated release. As is Scream for Help, Michael Winter, and this is a really good Michael Winter film. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. Hellhole is one that I think is underrated too. Great cast in Hellhole, by the way. Diane Turner, then Thorne, sorry, is in this, and she is pretty much almost unrecognizable. I didn't recognize her. She's the girl who plays Ilsa, right? When I watched the film, like Edie Williams is in this one as well. Marjorie Gortner, Terry Moore, Robert Zadar, Judy Landers, and Ray Sharkey is like significantly slimy in that film, and I really enjoy it. It's your hometown. Saturn 3 is so much fun. Captain America. This is a double feature of the TV movies from with Reb Brown that I watched when I was a kid. Um, Hell Knight, Wade the Eye. Just there's some damn classics here. The Wizard for 11.99. The old collector's edition of Halloween 2. Is this the DVD? Hey, Alan. How's Alan here? Yeah, it is. It's a whole DVD. That's kind of cool. Actually, I like that. 2-disc set too. Damn. Private School is such a fun film. Odds of a Stranger underrated. Over the Edge. Like I'm soaking this in. I can't get this stuff where I'm at, but you can. I've seen the Julian Sands and Stacey Dash movie. Yeah, I did. And I enjoyed it too. I like Julian Sands a lot. Into the Night. So Glass Key with Veronica Lake is here. Brides of Dracula, truly a classic. Truly a classic. Trespass is a lot of fun. I enjoyed Willard a lot. As much as I didn't like his remake of Black Christmas, one called Black Xmas, he did a really good job with Willard. The Shadow is severely underrated as a film. I love the minimalist cover here from Miranda. I actually like You'll Like My Mother. That has the John Bly from the Waltons in it. And Butterflies here, which again is another classic. Inseminide. This is a good one. Conquest of Space, American Monster Murder Space for 9.99. This is an expensive one in Canada, actually. I was going to pick this up a while back. It was like almost $50. I quickly picked up Alligator 2: The Mutations. I love that. Nightwalkers is a lot of fun with William Castle. See, Elvis one with Kurt Russell is pretty cool. Dragnet is a really nice one. Great features on this one, by the way. City Slickers Collector's Edition here. I'm sure Gino probably likes this one. I love this movie, by the way. I like the sequel, too. How to Make a Monster, the original's there. Too bad they can't do the Teenage Werewolf. Eddie and the Cruisers 1 and 2. I grew up with that. Dr. Detroit, I remember. This is very much taking me back. I'm not a big fan of the RoboCop remake. I wish I was. Have I seen? Halloween 3 multiple times. I know I've seen Halloween 3 multiple times, but yeah. Slumber Party Massacre is one of the remakes I actually did like. One was not sort of remake, not really. If you've ever seen it, When Stranger Comes Back, great sequel. I have this because I got the second sight one that included it. But if you don't have this and you've got When Stranger Calls, you need to get this. Also, Something to Watch Over Me is great. Clock Watchers, I had a lot of fun with this one. I really like this one, like Cast and Clock Watchers. Cheech and Chong, I'm a massive Cheech and Chong fan. Night of the Sorcerer's Lord of These Grasp wasn't too bad, actually. Kamen Rider Ryuku for 1999 is a great price for that one. That's a great price. Point Break for 1999 is there. Rabbit for 10.99. Leech Woman, underrated film. Underrated film, Leech Woman. Going Berserk. I really like this. I remember the VHS. I remember going to the store and renting Going Berserk. Pet Sematary 2 is fun. I like Pet Sematary 2. Probably because it's a sad for all. Trying to sell it is to get at the market right. I think Pet Sematary 2 is not, it's not as, it's dark. It's not as dark, I don't think, as the first one. But some great performances in there. And I definitely recommend it. But some of the stuff are nothing but trouble. There, when you talked about, look, Worth Cost of Beast, Streets of Fire for 1999. 4K is actually a really great price. You can buy like cases. Look, 4K Ultra HD 4-disc case for 99 cents. That's a damn good price, man, guys. And here, Alan, you can buy some of these here on DVD as well. Incredible Shrinking Woman. I saw that in theater, by the way, $14.99. Clear Blu-ray case, 1 disc, 99 cents. Clear Blu-ray case, 2 discs, 99 cents. Blu-ray case, 2 discs, 99 cents. Midnight Run, 4K, 1999. I paid $25 for Midnight Run Blu-ray, not the 4K, for the Blu-ray. Backbeat's a great one for $9.99. Such an underrated film. Boy Card Werewolf is another fantastic one. I almost worked on a release of that, actually. American Me, another fantastic film. Liar Liar for $11.99. UHF 35 Anniversary Edition for $17.99 for the 4K. It's a really great edition of that. Glengarry Glen Ross, incredible film, incredible script. $11.99. Love me some Haunting Hour. $2.99 for a Haunting Hour. Hells yeah. I'll pay more than that for like secondhand stuff. Was this deluxe set still available? Does this have the cartoon? No, I do want to cry. Like, there's a set there with like a whole bunch of stuff, but they all sold out. But it looks like the Elf Complete Series deluxe set is still there. And oh god, it would kill to have some of these releases. I saw Bruce's Marion's in theater. Kentucky Fried Movie I own, thankfully. This is a good one, by the way, guys. Real Monsters, the complete series is there. That's pretty cool. For you kids that grew up with Nickelodeon. Farewell, My Lovely, The Big Sleep. That's actually a really fun one. The Hunt for $17.99, 4K. Charlie Chaplin, 9 films. The Jerk. I, of course, have this one. I don't need anything. You just need this lamp. California, such a good film. Such a not talked about hardly enough. It's on the Chaplin set. Max Trolls was kind of a big release. Let's find out what's on Chaplin set for you. So we got Shoulder Arms, The Champion, The Kid was a classic, Easy Street, The Vagabond, Work, The Tramp, The Knockout, Kid Auto Races at Venice. So yeah, that's some pretty decent stuff on here. Just did Little Tramp as frequent guest stars and joined Charlie, including Edna Purviance, Ben Turpin, Fatty Arbuckle, and the Keystone Cops. This would be his early era stuff. Classic Coraline. Like, people can't say there's not enough here in this sale to find stuff. There's stuff here. My new tutorial, just one of the true classics in animation. More Haunting Hour. I think I have this one. I got one of these. Hell's Moving Castle is a great. Lethal Ladies collection is actually really good. More Haunting Hour. I don't have this one. Walk in the Woods. Late Robert Redford's there. The complete collection of Billy Jack. Actually, kind of cool. $19.99. That's not a bad price for that. I know it says $50 in Canada. Went down to like $39.99 at one point. Streets of Fire. Max Headroom, the complete series. Like, to put a slimline edition of that. Valley Girl. Everybody should own this one. SCTV. I don't know if this is one I got or not. I got one edition, but I'm not sure if that's it. I got that. That's the minute run I got. I'm gonna pay $13 for it either. We the Marines is like $7.99 for 4K. Robot Wars and Crash and Burn. We recently did this on the Watch the Bottom of the Barrel, which there was an episode, like a Halloween episode yesterday. I haven't got a chance to see it myself yet. I was in an area where there's no internet, so I couldn't be on it. But I definitely so you guys watch it. Nighthawks, I think might have been my first Shout Select release, and I definitely recommend it. It's definitely early Chaplin, but some stuff I remember really well actually. I think it's Max Sennett stuff. I think Buster Keaton did really well, especially later on. Though he did stay, primarily silent a lot. Not a fan of the Nutty Professor collection. Definitely not a fan of Johnny Got His Gun. I hated this film actually. It's a powerful anti-war film, and I agree with its sentiment. But this is the most depressing thing I've ever seen in my life. Peter Hooton's Doctor Strange. That's actually kind of cool. Death Sport Battle Truck. That's a cool double feature. The early Mystery Science Theater, but the Netflix era stuff. Season 13 there for $19.99. The Man in the Iron Mask is there for $19.99 on 4K. Hackers is here. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure $17.99. The underrated Buzz from Brazil $19.99. The super cool, if you're an 80s kid, Summer School, that's there for $14.99. And a lot of us talk about this one, and it's like Horror Connection. Got some cool Digimon stuff here. How much is Barney Miller for $19.99? See, I grew up with this show. Oh God, I love Barney Miller. It's hard to explain if you've never seen it. So Barney Miller is set in this police station, and primarily it stays there in this police station, and we see people get arrested and are brought in. Sad the 12th Priest, Hal Linden, Ava Goda, Ron Glass, Max Gale, just such great actors. Such great actors. Lifetime, the Barney Miller, the original Barney Miller pilot. Oh, that's such a good release. Such a good release. Red Dawn on 4K, $17.99. Jeffrey's a wonderful film. Lethal Ladies 2 is here. What We Left Behind, the Deep Space Nine documentary is here. Dudes is an oddity, but it's so fun. I'm gushing. Sometimes I forget what Shout Factory and Scream Factory have given us. Sometimes I forget. And then I come into this. I haven't seen the Robodoc yet. I really got to see that. Here it's really good. He did a really good job for in the new Odd Couple. That happened to Writer's Strike, right? Happened to Mission Impossibles too, which only lasted 2 seasons. The 88-89 version of Mission Impossible. $12.99 for Mystery Science Theater set. Which one is it? I think I got this one, but still. Maybe I don't. The Slime People, Rocket Attack USA, Village of the Giants, Deadly Mantis. No, I don't. This is a good one. Life After MC3K, Trace Below, Force Custom Mini Posters. I love me some Mystery Science Theater. It's truly great stuff. The Anna Carvey show. That's actually a pretty good show. My So-Called Life is amazing. No, no, no. It's an incredible price for that. Got a copy of Ponyo. It's a good film. Make Christian Lee biopic. Yeah, we're gonna be hard to cast though. So I'm not sure you cast for it. That'd be a really good actor. Harley Davidson, Marlboro Man. Got some more Sentai here. Old school. Oh, that takes me back, especially now when Sesame Street's been under fire a lot. 57 bonus segments. What do we got here? Band Music, Roosevelt Franklin, Guy Smiley, and Fat Blue on the Street. Breakers Your Boogie Shoes for favorite classics like what's the name of the song? California Rock. Grab 10 totals for like $80. Oh, that's good. What did you grab any of the big things? Any like the big sets or anything? We rag on companies like Scream Factory, Share Factory now a lot, right? And as we look at this, the like mixed titles, the eclecticness of it, the quality of it, we sometimes forget how much they've given to us, how much joy we've gotten out of this company. It's so easy to become like a bitch fest. Hercules collection. That's actually pretty cool. Steve Reeves. Let me some Steve Reeves stuff, man. Mega Rangers here. God, they got a lot of these sets. The Casper Friendly Ghost collection. Oh, that is nice. 1945 to 1963. Wow. I don't know if I knew this existed. I'm a massive fan of this, by the way. 7 hours, spectacular entertainment. Bonus features: the first 3 Casper cartoons, Friendly Ghost. There's Good Booze Tonight and Haunting Will Go. Audio commentaries. Interviews with voice actors. Gallery of comic book covers. Oh, Gino, that's like a Gino thing, man. That's an Aaron thing. I know that much. I actually really like Death Spa. I thought Death Spa was amazing. It's so fun. It's so weird. Extremely bad. Or it's it's got like Pryor in it, Dave Pryor. So I gotta love that. That fight in the parking lot. Hercules collection here. Not quite sure if they are actually, but I guess just to have them all together, it's kind of neat. Magnus is 7 for 18.99 4K. There's the other old school like I don't know. I want to know this one. I need to know. C is for cookie. C is for cookie. They're good enough for me. C is for cookie. They're good enough for me. I love trash and rubber ducky. You're the one. You make bedtime lots of fun. Code Monkeys is here. UHF, such a fun release. Weird, the Al Yankovic story. Oh, I saw this in theater. Legend of the Lone Ranger. Like the Lone Ranger guy played Lone Ranger had his voice dubbed by William Conrad actually. I had such fun with this movie. They put it like Lone Ranger, Legend of the Lone Ranger play sets. He's one when I was a kid. Hang 'em High is one of my favorite westerns. If you're gonna hang a man, you better make sure you hang him high. 2 guys, a girl, and a pizza place. That part's missing off here. I think they changed the name after so many seasons, but the original title is 2 guys and a girl in a pizza place. I hate when they put Jackson County Jail, Cage Heat. Just shoot me the complete series for under $20. Uh, well, I mean, the total when they told him that he couldn't use the mask anymore, so he went around with like the dark sunglasses on. And he showed him, and then in the long run, I remember it was the producers, not the actors or the director, like working on the film. Uh, Producers can be scummy sometimes. Totoro is Japanese. Totoro is the Japanese Mickey Mouse. Um, he's huge over there, like huge. Streetwalking, such a good film. Leo, The Nurses Collection. Oh God, I love. And Making County Line. I remember Return to Making County Line more than Making County Line though. Some classic questions here. Let's Regina rank classic questions. Rio Conchos, Take a Hard Ride, The Last Hard Man, which is Nancy early years. I like that a lot actually. Don't speak for a second. Like, definitely let me know. I don't know if I make Frasier again. I don't, because I didn't watch the reboot of it. I mean, I might make a David Hyde Pierce show though. No, I think that would work better. True Romance is such a good film. Father Knows Best, the complete series. Oh God, these are such amazing ones. Police Story. I love Police Story. God, Golden Pond. I remember I got that on CD. This is bringing back a lot of memories for me, guys. Checkmate, the complete series, 14 DVD set. I love this show too. Rap Patrol, the complete series. I have this one. Dragnet, 1969. Return to Lonesome Dove. I love that as well. I'd be making one hell of a order right now if I was in Canada. One hell of an order. I have Police 1 and season 1. Just season 1 and 2. But I don't have Police 1 season 3 or season 4. I killed on Police Story. Police Story is so cool. There's Police Story have the kind of spin-off. So what's his name? David Cassidy. Sean Cassidy, David Cassidy are brothers. So David Cassidy had a series that spun out of Police Academy, sort of a Police Story called, and it was short-lived. It was called David Cassidy Man Undercover. And Police Story had some really, really good, really hard-hitting episodes. It was an anthology series, and $9.99 is such a good price for this. 6-disc set too, and like 22 episodes. Shatner, Larry Hagman, Lloyd Bridges, Patty Duke, Robert Culp, Tina Louise, Chuck Connors, just incredible, frigging incredible. Big Valley is here. Another fantastic series. $9.99. It's incredible. Street Hawks here for $12.99. The Virginians here for $12.99 for the third. Look at that 10-disc set, man. Jeez. Wow. Wow. Great shows. Just great shows. Classic shows. Red Skeleton set. The Rebel. Manimal. I got this one. M Squad. Really good. So if you've ever seen a police, Police Squad, the TV series. No, Police Story is like it's an anthology series that was really good. Would there be no Hill Street Blues or any NYPD Blue or any of that with the Police Story? The rumor, Sarah, and thankfully, from what I know, that is not true, was that because of the merger with FilmRise and the recent layoffs, unfortunate layoffs, and the I have stuff that's on sale here. We're looking right here for things that are all under $20, by the way. That Screen Factory, Chef Factory might be going towards like what Film Rise was doing, into the digital market and farther away from the physical media market. I reached out to some people that I know today because I got a lot of questions about it when I got home today, and they from what I've been told, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes in a good way for physical media. Yes, please hit that like button. Thank you, Kubrick. So luckily, I think right now we're good. But I think it's a little bit telling, Sarah, that so many people, myself included, had to reach out because we were concerned that Screen Factory, Show Factory could go this way. The fact that we had to question it is definitely a big deal. Oh, M Squad. A lot of the M Squad episodes, if you go back and watch like Police Squad and like Naked Gun, there's so much taken from the show right here. Like literally, sometimes I feel like they take complete M Squad scripts and just like kind of made them funny. Show, by the way, it's $20 for an $8 set. That's great. I'm missing one season of Lou Grant. I actually really love the show. I don't think there's enough shows like this out anymore. Same with like is there? I have season 2. I think season 2. Only season 2 though. Sorry guys, I'm geeking out. I love me some Koji. I love. For those that don't know, that aren't aware of this, I hope he does. I like the president. Remake Arsenic No Lace. You could, though I don't think it's a good idea. That has been remade, you know. On the Red Skeleton set. Let's go back up here. It's one of the earlier ones. 1951 to 1955. An 11-disc set. That's pretty cool, man. Done with Thomas Media Group. Whose many episodes never before seen on DVD due to the fact that Red Skeleton refused to have any of his shows put into syndication. Most of the episodes in this collection were only broadcast on the original air date, never to be seen again until now. I love me some Red Skeleton, by the way. Different Strokes. You want to get like scarred, you watch the Different Strokes. Find a season that has the Bugs episode. They do such good jobs with TV sets, you know? Daniel Boone here. I got one season of Daniel Boone. I wish I had the rest. Captain Scarlet's here. Adam 12. Love me some Adam 12, man. Let me get to the last page. Stuff like The Car and Firestarter. Ghost Story. Such a wonderful film. Some more Super Sentai. Tearing the Isles. Halloween 5. 4K. And last but not least, for $9.99. I guess it's gone. Guess that. Which makes me want to like go back and hit on some of these to see if they're actually still available. Is Ali Last still there? Or is the Virginian set still there at that price? Car is a great film. Jackass of the Car, you really do. I'm going to share some of my favorites. When we talk, when you guys ask questions, I can concentrate on you guys a bit more. I don't think Scream or Shout is going anywhere. At least I really hope not. Because they would leave a massive hole in the industry, physical media. Unlike almost any other company. I actually like Tenet. We saw it at a drive-in theater, and we really enjoyed it. Let me show you some of my DVDs. Let's show you some of my Blu-rays. Stuff that got me into it. if you don't mind indulging me, and free to ask me questions and stuff along the way. Or if you see a release here that you're kind of intrigued about. I already showed you this. Showed you my Nod to Earth, the Prano. Some like Roger Corman ones. I got some upstairs too, like the Summer Party Massacre trilogy. Do you like Air America? I actually do like Air America. This wonderful Galaxy of Terror. Look at that cover, man. Star Crash. I like Cast Dark Shadow. I got this at a video game shop. Georgia Peach has a great time. Dexter's Dynamite Chase and Smokey Bites the Dust. Tanya Tucker, the country singer, actually stars in one of these films. And Georgia Peaches, yeah. And the late, great Lane Smith. Of course, Sally Kirkland's on it too. I kind of want to rewatch that. They have Terror Within 1 and 2. I love them, but I don't have them. I'm kicking myself that I don't actually. Human Eyes from Deep was a favorite of mine. As was the Big Bad Mama ones. I remember renting these on VHS all the time. Probably because I was super in love with Angie Dickinson. And, we had Sally Kirkland here. Judah McCullough was in one of these too. It was in the second, right? Yeah, in the second. Get some Scream Factory and some of their other stuff. These were neat that they put out. These 4-disc sets, or these 4 movie sets. This is a sci-fi one. And it's so much fun. Look, you got like Arena there, Eliminators, America 3000, the Time Guardian. Like I'd rebuy each of these like separately, but I love the fact that I got them together like that. Sister, I can keep around. That one I'll give you. But my favorite was this one here. Was Cyclone, Alienator, Eye of the Tiger, which is a really good film, and Exterminator 2. Again, Robert Ginty. And what was cool is that Exterminator 2 has a commentary. So yeah, like a 4-pack, you don't normally see like commentary stuff on those, but there was commentary on that. So this was the second pressing of this one because the first one had a film that they couldn't keep. So this is What's the Matter with Helen? That was the one that came in after they took it out, I think, Skitside. No, it's got to be Donald Pleasance, man. And I love me some Jack Lemmon. I know, Sarah. I go back and forth on this. There's a whole bunch of them that are like that. There's like at a print sale too. Aside from the sale we just looked at, and I just looked at stuff under $20. There's stuff there. There's like $250, $60 releases that are there for like $15, $60 right now. Go check out the Labyrinth set or the what's the other one I was going to think about? Go check out the Labyrinth set. The item was put on by Scream Factory, actually, by Vinegar Syndrome. And of course, here's a cool one: Dungeon Master, Cellar Dweller, Contamination Point 7, and Catacombs. Who doesn't love Dungeon Master, right? I like Jack Lemmon in anything. Jack Lemmon is such a great actor. Such a great actor. And because these were there on Blu-ray, but at the time, the Blu-rays were different than the 4K, than the DVDs. So the Blu-rays had this blue banner that said collector's edition on it, but the DVD editions would just give you the artwork with just collector's edition written and wouldn't be any blue banner. So when I saw like one where I really liked the style of the case and the art, I'd buy the DVDs over the Blu-rays back then. So when I bought Psycho 2 and 3, I picked them up on DVD. I don't think we've got to say any more about this one, right? Lord knows I've said enough about it over the years. I don't know what choose for the main roles for that, but Spear, yeah, because I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great, so I think that they could easily adapt it and do a better job. Great exploitation release. Lisa Lockheed's in this. Sarah Botsford, a great Canadian actress, is in this. Oh, you got to see Psycho 2. Psycho 2 was really good. Psycho 2 is much better than Psycho 3. I know, isn't that crazy? But like race lasts a lot shorter nowadays. Psycho 6 are good 2 is the best by far. Like 2 is right up there with 1 for me. Deadly Eyes is a killer rat film with good old Scatman Crothers in it, and Golden Harvest release. Oh, Gargoyles. You mean Gargoyles? Are we talking about remaking the TV movie Gargoyles? Or are we talking about making the Disney movie Gargoyles, Disney cartoon series Gargoyles? Because it could work either way, but I would actually rather see them make the TV movie Gargoyles. If you've ever seen that, from Whisper to a Scream. This is a really nice one. I like this one. Unfortunately, the director Jeff Burr has passed on. What's really neat about this one is this was one of the early ones where I had somebody like industry wise reach out to me. And it was the people that made the Return to Oldfield documentary. I found the documentary. I'm always rooting for the Blue Jays, man. I'm Canadian. By the way, the U20 ended last night. Psycho 3 was directed by Anthony Perkins. It's one of the sleazier ones. It's like a Michael Winner film, but it's really cool. The U20, FIFA U20 was last night, so that's the kind of the World Cup for the under 20 group. But it's a way you can find out like the kind of superstars of the future for football or soccer, whatever you want to call it. And Morocco won. Beat Argentina in the finals. Yeah, so the guys that made the documentary actually responded to my review. I love this double feature right here. I was so excited to get this. Destroyer and Edge of Sandy is a really good, underrated Jekyll and Hyde film. And Destroyer is just batshit insane. I love it. This is kind of like an Anthony Perkins double feature because, like, Edge of Sandy obviously stars Anthony Perkins, and Destroyer has Anthony Perkins in it. But man, Lyle Zato is like this insane killer, and Deborah Foreman and Clayton Rohner are in this as well. So that's always cool. Little Castle ones here. I've seen 3, maybe the 8. Maybe Ghost House freaked me out when I was a kid. That freak! Look at that clown doll with a ghost girl. Scary as heck, man. Witchery is so much fun. Witchery is so fun. And they also like release things that someone jobbed each person: Jason, Michael, Freddy, driver, bodyguard, teacher. I didn't let me Freddy getting any kids, so he's not gonna be a teacher. So I guess for and we've seen since he's already done it. We'll make Freddy the driver. He's not a reliable driver. We've seen him with the bus, but we'll put him there. Bodyguard, I think Jason will do that. And teacher, that's Michael. You may not survive it, but you'll learn something, all right? Slasher. This is one of my favorite seasons of this series, which has been pretty hit or miss, done by the people that did Degrassi, Next Generation. Only the first season was on Chiller, I think, and then it went to Netflix, and then I think it went to another like streaming service after that. 3 Men Little Ladies, like, yeah, a little bit underrated. But yeah, as far as I know, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, this is the only season slasher that ever got a physical media release. I picked this up for under $9.99 at my local Shoppers Drug Mart when I was in Nova Scotia. Well, tell Stacy I said hi. This set too. You think Vinegar Syndrome or somebody would have put this out? But I'm so glad that it was put out. That's the Poison Ivy collection. I actually really like these here. They're fun. There's like 4 films here altogether. I didn't know the 4th film existed until this, I don't think. If I did, I didn't remember it. But the first one with Drew Barrymore, of course, we got Jamie Presley in part 3. Alyssa Milano was in part 2. And speaking of Star Trek, speaking of like Degrassi, The Next Generation, star of Degrassi, Next Generation, definitely grew up a lot. And because, yeah, it was kind of weird, actually. But yeah, she had some pretty scenes in there. I like the Nora, but I can understand it, actually. I can see if somebody like didn't really get into it. Great Paul Naschy stuff. I go to Spain frequently, and Scream Factory got me ready for that. Got me ready for like Spanish horror, for the Fantaterra era, for that big Severance set coming up. This has Hunchback of the Morgue, Dragonfly for Each Corpse is really good. Where from the Yeti's fun. Devil's Possessed is great. And Exorcism, my favorite on the set. Definitely one that I would recommend. Speaking of Spanish horror, favorite scene in a comedy movie that a person has to change their plans all of a sudden? Well, more, not a comedy movie, but anytime on Three's Company. I'll go further. I'll give you best Three's Company. There's two scenes in Three's Company that shows the genius of the show better than anything else. There's an episode where Jack has to fly with Janet, and Jack hates flying, so he takes some medication to calm his nerves. And what he doesn't know or doesn't realize is that he can't drink alcohol with it. So when he gets to the party, he has a drink. It hits him really hard, and he does this dance pratfall. My first visit to Canary Islands is going to be on Friday, actually, and I'm very excited. And it's one of the most genius pieces of physical humor I've seen. That includes like with Keaton and Chaplin. It's just amazing. The other one that shows what a genius that John Ritter is there's an episode where he's been studying for his tests all week long, and he's exhausted. All he wants to do is sleep. But he gets convinced to go up to a cabin to go to sleep. All he's trying to do is get to sleep. While he's trying to go to sleep, there's a scene where he's trying to get to a hammock. And he can't do it. And this girl's coming up to him because she thinks he's a producer, and she keeps like saying these like advertiser jingles and stuff like that. It's one of the funniest half hours I've ever seen. But it's a show that can also make you cry. There's an episode where Janet wanted to be a dancer, and this sleazy guy was a dance teacher, tried to get her to he tried to come on to her, and because she worked at Flower Shop, and near the end of it, Jack comes in and he sees her, and the sleazy guy says to Janet, he's like, I don't think you got what it takes to become a dancer. And he's like, her response was like, I don't think you got what it takes to be a human being, which was a good response. And Jack comes in and he just stands there. And Janet says, I know you're going to tell me, I told you so. And I know you're going to tell me, all this. And it's a big heartfelt, like, kind of like she's crushed. And he looks at her and he just says, I wasn't going to say any of that. I just wanted to say, can I have this dance? It's a great episode. Rec, Quadrology. Really like these. Great films. Directed by two incredible filmmakers. Jimmy Balaguerro, who I've reached when it got his other films afterwards, and Paco Plaza, who did probably for me the best like sequence in VHS Halloween. I love Ghost Mr. Chicken. Actually, I'm a massive Don Knotts fan. Look at me, man. Do I not look like God's gonna be a Don Knotts fan? Look at the shirts that I wear. look at my skinny ass. It is such a good program. I have like the complete like Three's Company, and I have like seasons 1 to 4 of the UK edition as well. Killer Party. I forgot how good this movie was until I bought the Scream Factory edition because I hadn't seen it in years. I hadn't seen it since VHS days. So I'll pick it up. It's fairly inexpensive. And I put it on. I had such a good time. Like Paul Bartel's in this, Martin Hewitt's in this. Joanne Johnson from Bold and Beautiful is in this as well, actually. So if you're a soap opera fan, you're going to like that. Congratulations to General Hospital for all those wins they got. My Dracula film. I love me some Christopher Lee. I like Gary Oldman. But man, Frank Langella, Laurence Olivier, John Badham's Dracula. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I love this film. Saw this in theater. Bring Jack the Freezer. Oh, such good. That's when Felipe was in it too, right? I know my Three's Company. Scanners 2 and 3. I got Scanners Cops 1 from Vinegar Syndrome, I've got Scanners from Criterion, and because I want all the Scanners films, Scanners 2 and 3, and I think these are a lot of fun. No real features on this one, just the films. But honestly, I'm okay with that for the Scanners 2 and 3. Well, I'm just glad to have them. This was actually an American only release, and my better half, for my birthday one year, when she's getting me a bunch of Scream Factory stuff, she ordered this from Barnes and Noble. She ordered it from Barnes and Noble for me because you couldn't get it in Canada. I talked about it, TerrorVision and Video Dead, and I said it had lots of great special features. I'm going to prove it for you to you. Look at this. I know if you've only seen the latter, like double features from Scream Factory, a lot of them are pretty bare bones, right? Not so with these two. Audio commentaries, making ofs, retrospectives, interviews, sometimes multiple audio commentaries. I say give Dead Ringer another shot down the road. It's a good film, but I know it's definitely not an easy one to get into, especially first time watch. I felt the same way, though I do like it more now. Did you ever see the TV series? All right. The next one is a bit of a flex. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I got it. Some Party Massacre 2 and 3. Oh, I would love to go there, man. So for those that know, Slumber Party Massacre 1 and 2 were put out on 4K. What was never put out on 4K was Part 3, which is a shame because I actually really like Part 3. And what's neat about this is both of these have both the standard, the R-rated cut. I can watch Freezer Crowd, but it's not very good. And that's a shame because the acting, the people in that were talented. It's just, and these kind of screwed over like Joyce DeWitt, who I think really should have been the choice of who he married. Not that there's anything wrong with the actress played Vicky. I just think Joyce was a more natural choice. But yeah, both of these have like they had the Sleepless Nights Revisiting Some Party Massacre complete documentary on air, and they have like both the R-rated cuts and extended unrated cuts of the films. And yes, slang at Brent and sets fire. As where it gets personal again. First shot I had at getting on a Blu-ray release that I didn't get because I didn't know until long after. So I lived in Nova Scotia. In fact, I lived around like 4 to 5 minutes drive from I lived in North Sydney, which was close to close to where Valentine Bluff was then, where the original My Bloody Valentine. Jamie Blanks had reached out to me because he had his movies like Valentine and Urban Legend put out by Scream Factory. And he wanted to get me to shoot some footage and make a featurette of the original area, kind of like a Sean Clark type thing, right? But unfortunately, I didn't see his message until this release had come out. So I wish I'd known when they were doing the 4K because I could have gotten them some really good footage of the area and all the spots where filming was done. It has both theatrical and uncut versions on here. Now, this is a good release. But I recently saw this on a screen at a horror fest, Fogfest it was called, in Newfoundland with the director in there. And they used the 4K print of it. And if you've only seen the DVD or if you've only gotten the Scream Factory Blu-ray, get the 4K My Bloody Valentine. I need to get it next time I go in town. It was sold out when I was there because it really is a revelation between the Blu-ray and the 4K. There's some great stuff Sarah going to print. The ones I left for last, Stormwind is great. I like Stormwind a lot. It's a brutal film. I got the soundtrack, of course, too, from These are two. I'm a Canadian boy. Lived in a small town. Had one channel, CBC. I would stay up late watching CBC late night, and these are two Hammer films. No, they're not the regular Hammer films. Not the ones that you think. Not the Draculas. Not the Frankensteins. Not even some of the you think secondary films. These are two of the Hammer films that I grew up watching that had a massive effect on me. That I watched on CBD late night. And I guess maybe because they were lesser known, they showed them a lot. But one was, and pretty revolutionary for its time, actually, Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde, with Ralph Bates and Martine Beswick playing the titular roles. It's really interesting when Ralph Bates finally turns into Miss Hyde and explores himself. I don't mean that in a creepy way, but it's just the way it was done. It was really well done. And what I think is a really underrated thriller, Straight Onto Morning. Reed Tushingham is so good in this. Shane Bryant. Yeah, I have actually. I've had Jamie on the channel. I think twice. I'd love to get him back on, but he's been really busy. But Jamie would definitely love to go back to Valentine. Love to go back to Urban Legend and re-explore those. As long as he could do a good job, do it right. But he has ideas. Not only have I seen Let's Scare Jessica to Death, I would love to do a video. Maybe I'll do a video once talking about Let's Scare Jessica to Death because there's so much in there. There's such a dive you can take, like such a deep dive, because there's stuff in that I think people miss out on when they're going through. Just such great stuff. It's such a good film and it's so interesting. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. And Next to Kin. I would love to teach a class on those two because there's a lot to learn, a lot that can be taken from those films. But I've been charging my computer the entire time. Everybody Adams and Eric characters. That's a great casting. Yeah, Next to Kin from Australia. Wonderful film. Real slow burn of a release. The sugar cube sequences at the end of it. It's one of my favorite sequences in cinema. I just love the way it's done, the way it's constructed, the way it comes together, the way it plays out, the tension, the crescendo that comes up to it. Crawl Space is really fun, and it's got a great special feature on it. By the way, a little documentary, short film called. Let's tell you how hard it goes to work with. Please kill Mr. Kinski. Where they were so frustrated with working with Klaus Kinski that they were all ready to put a hit out on Kinski to get him killed. Hey, IB Collectibles, welcome, man. We went through a whole ton of really good releases and good sale items. You look in the out of print section on Screen Factory or or just go to all and go to under 20. Just great stuff. Really great stuff. And stuff because some stuff's kind of sale. Oh no, I contacted some people that I know that worked on some features and worked on some stuff. I reached out to a few people. And without they want to ruin the site just in case they want me to say anything. But yeah, they were like, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be they're going anywhere. Like there's some stuff coming out in the at least next year. There's some really good, nice physical media coming out. Remake Breakdown. Yeah, with that cast, I would. Actually, I like Breakdown a lot, though. JT Walsh, man. JT Walsh rocks. But I want to thank you guys for coming in. Because it was a blast, and I really it was a really sense of nostalgia while I'm doing this video. I just like Sarah, to be honest with you, I was in an area where there's no internet last night, and when I turned on my computer and I looked at my messages, I had a bunch of people asking me, some people I knew, some people I didn't know, if I heard that Scream Factory might be going digital. I'm like, are you serious? Then I looked it up and I just like looked into it. I'm not a forum guy, so I'm not in any of the forums and stuff. But then I go and I check the forums and I saw like some people were talking about it, and and then it kind of blew up. Like then a lot of people started talking about it. It was on like Facebook pages and all this stuff. And so I thought I haven't heard anything about this, and I saw a lot of people get laid off. Reached out to some people, some friends of mine, and I'm like, "Have you heard anything about this?" And they're like, "No, this isn't happening." Like this, but the rumor did set everything on fire for a while. And I think it was all the idea of basically of Film Rise, because Shout Factory was sold. Um, and I think if it's true, if it's correct, if it's and Howling Wolf Records has so more, and they do. Howling Wolf Records are amazing, by the way. They sent me almost their entire catalog at one point, to the point when I got it, and that was, who does that, right? Just amazing people. So yeah, anyway, so I'd reached out to some people, and it just was. I'd heard that the guy, the guy that ran Shout Factory initially, at least like earlier on, Shout Factory owner, is the guy that's kind of running the merged company right now, and I think that got some people nervous too. Warner Bros. Did accept the Warner acquisition offer. Yes, I'm so glad because I was so nervous about that. As a guy who just finished watching Peacemaker season 2, I don't want to see anything happen there. Thank you for the good news there. So the thing is, I'm not sure if he was like running Shout Factory when Scream Factory became a thing. So what's his thoughts on Scream Factory when the acquisitions that are coming in now are like stronger for the Asian cinema? Yeah, Paramount would have been going with Skydance. Skydance is a massive like screw up, which you don't want to see. Godzilla versus Mafia could really change. Godzilla Mafia, that could be fun. Without the reactors in the firm. But with all that being said, God, you guys are so much fun, and I'm having a blast here tonight. I don't want to go, but I got to do my Duolingo, and I probably got some hot chocolate before I go to sleep. I've been really enjoying. As a quick aside before I go, I've been really enjoying these lives in the last little while that we've been doing here. It will be time for a chocolate tonight, and I've had a blast. I like that you guys came in. I love the questions that you guys ask. I love the engagement that we got here. And I moved away from doing lives for quite a long time. I'll be honest, for like reasons like um, we didn't get donations on channel. It made it really hard to do lives, not because of the money aspect of it, but basically because of the fact that StreamYard can cost a bit if you use too much. On French, yeah, I got over 500 days in there, and I'm not quite sure if I'm there yet. But I really do enjoy it. I love doing the streams here. We're definitely gonna have you on again, Janos. Don't even like worry about that. It's just like getting things in. I've booked things up for October, November. So hopefully in December or in New Year at the latest. We know because we got to work when you work now too. Mussolini, maybe I can see it, but I promise I won't laugh at Pesci. Hey, movie addict, thanks. I'm leaving right now. I do apologize, but hopefully you're in for the next one. It's been a great. Go back, watch the replay, watch some of it, skim through it, the best parts. You can skip through the parts where I'm waxing poetic a bit. And thank you. I'm really enjoying these, and I want to do more. So hopefully I can. It's all going to depend on StreamYard. But yeah, it's Ghost 2. I'd leave it at Ghost. We don't need a Ghost 2. If we really wanted to Jones, like something like that, we can watch The Ghost Whisperer, right? My name is Aaron. This is The Cult. That's you guys. And thank you so much. You made my night fantastic again, and I really appreciate you. Here's the thing. I did a video today, basically a horror movie starter guide. If you want to check it out, I would really appreciate if you did. What I did do as well is I did collecting boutique horror starter guide with 5 labels, and it's on my Patreon. Now, here's the thing with this one though. For Halloween, for a special treat, it's on my complete Patreon, so my free Patreon. So even if you sign up for like not the money Patreon, but the free Patreon, the video's open up and unlocked for you to watch whenever you want to. No cost. Happy Halloween. Have a great spooky season, and watch for the Friday videos. They're coming up. I gotta get some hot chocolate. You guys rock, you know. I mean that. You guys rock. Thank you. Thank you so much. And enjoy your evening. And let's hope that companies like Shout and Scream are around for a long, long time to come. Because if nothing else, I just realized during this video how much that company means to me. Still, to this day. So see you later. Have a great evening, guys.